Hello and welcome to my workshop. Today I'm going to show you how to, make money with your laser. I'm going to show you a very simple process of how to make a production run, and we're going to make some key rings. This laser is more than capable of making over 1,000 of these a day. Okay, so here we are in Laser CAD 6.1. This is my preferred program to put anything together for a laser. It's very easy to use, and you can get used to using it very easily. So what we're going to do first is select the draw square and just draw a rectangle. Then come back up here and select the select tool. Now we're just going to zoom in here and come to any of the lines so that the select tool icon changes to that cross. Then right click and select size or resize. Now you need to untick this, because this, if you leave this ticked, it locks these together, and if you alter the one, the other one will correspondingly alter. We don't quite want that, so I'm going to unlock that. I've got a bit of a storm brewing outside, so excuse the wind noise. So we're going to set this now at 45 millimeters, and I think 30. I'm going to press OK, and let's just bring this into this box. Keep everything uniform and unselect. Then we're going to select the ellipse tool or circle tool. We're going to come up in this corner up here and draw a circle. Select tool, right click, resize, and we're going to put a 2 millimeter hole in here. So it's 2 millimeter by 2 millimeters, and we're going to press OK, and we're going to put that on a blue layer. Even though it's going to be a cut, we're going to actually cut a hole, we're going to put it on a different layer, and there'll be a good reason for that, and I'll explain why as we go on with the process. So okay, we've got that. So then we select the whole square and the hole, and we're going to come over here now to the array copy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say that we want 3 copies of this, and we want them 3 millimeters apart, and we just want one row, and there's this. Okay, so there's our 3 units at the moment. So what we're going to do now is we're going to import 3 different pictures that have already been set up for the actually dithered pictures. So let me see, the tiger first, I think. So bring him in. Oh, he's a bit big. So select him, resize him. Oh, he's very big. So we're going to want him to be. So we'll lock that because we want it to stay true to its size. So we're going to say that we want that to be 28 millimeters, and the other one will automatically resize with it. And we're going to bring this and put it in here. So let's zoom in. We want to put it central in here, which is about there. So what I want to do is, as well, is I want to show you the difference between a positive image and a negative image and how they come out in acrylic, plastic, a clear medium. So we're going to say that's okay. So we're going to select the whole thing. Okay, and we're going to make an array copy again. We want 2 in the Y and 3 millimeter apart. So I'm going to make another copy up here. There we go. This one, I'm going to select the picture and come back over to here and invert the bitmap. So we've made a negative of that. Okay. Okay. Now then, it's only this picture we're going to treat with that. Deselect. So now we import our second picture, which is going to be a Tassie Devil. Oh, he's very big. Very, very, very big. Select him, right click, resize. Oh, he's 25 and a half meters. So we'll bring him down in size a bit. Let's choose this one actually. And we're going to say that we want that 28 millimeters. That was a very, very big devil. Set him in the middle. He's okay there. And we're going to leave that one. And then we're going to import our third image, which is a German Shepherd. Select him, resize him to 28 and press OK. Oh, he might be a bit long. Oh no, he's okay. He just fits in there okay. Okay. So what we do now, we select this one and we're going to say we want that one on a red layer. We select this one, put that one also on the red layer. This one, put on a red layer, and this one on a red layer. Okay, so the pictures are all on a red layer. Or should we say the etchings. Now what we do is select them all, come to here, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do something a little different here. We're just going to select these two and come to array copy, and we just want to copy them in the X direction. So we'll leave it as 1 for the Y. We'll say we want 5 of those, and we want 3 millimeter apart, so they're going to go out this way. And say OK. So there we go. Now these what we'll do, we'll bring these down a little. This one, and we're going to say array copy. In the Y we want 2 rows. In the X we want 5 rows. And we want them 3 millimeters apart in the Y and 3 millimeters in the X. And that's going to make 10 copies. There they are. I'm going to minimize the waste. What we can do is take that up to there. take this one up to here. So we're minimizing the waste here. Okay. That's looking all right. Now that's 30 units, of which the two top lines are a positive and a negative of the tiger. So what we're going to do now is we are going to put these in the order of which we want them to. We want the cutting or the etching to take place, or engraving to take place. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the blue layer, which is the hole, if you remember, and we're going to say up and put that right at the top. Then we're going to get the red layer, which is the drawing or the picture layer, and we're going to say we want that up the top. So now the first action is going to etch or engrave the pictures. Second job is that it's going to cut all holes in all of them. Third job, it's going to cut them all out. What we do, the first job is to select that is an engraving. So there we are, it's an engraving, and we'll deal with the engraving first. 500, fine. 1525, that's okay. 0.1 step over. This is a 2-inch lens in here, and this is actually just fine. When it's traveling at 500 millimeters a second, you're using the very tip of the beam, and so it is approximately between 0.1 and 0.09 in diameter at that speed. So we're going to accept all that down top. That means it's going to start down here and work its way back. That's this one here. Yep, that's all okay. And press OK. That's going to take a few minutes. This is quite a big program to work out. There you go. Now the second one, which is the, I'll zoom in and show you. So we've done the red layer, which is what the pictures are on. Now we're going to do the blue layer, which is cut the hole in all of them. So it's a cut. 20 is probably a little bit too quick. So we're going to go down to 10 and leave that and leave those two as they are. And we're going to come down to, we're going to make that 70, 75. Actually, we can probably make that 70. Oh. 70. I'm going to drop this actual speed down a little bit further, and we're going to say 8 millimeters a second. Otherwise, it'll be very quick anyway. But I want to be sure of it. A nice clean cut hole in every one of them. So we're going to say OK. And that's done. And the cut out 20 millimeters, 1990. This 90%, when this is 90% output on the program, I've proven, and you'll see in earlier videos, that that is actually 100 watts out of the laser. It's not a linear relationship between the set power in percentage in the program to what is actually coming out the laser, and that is applicable to every laser on the market. 85, yes, I'm going to leave it at 85 because I want a nice flame polish. I'll do it at 80 actually. 80 will be probably more appropriate because this is only 6 millimeter material, about a quarter of an inch. 80, 80. And we don't want to overkill it. Blowing, definitely. And this here, power 2, this is for a 2-head laser. We've got a single head laser. And I'll calculate that. Okay, so I'm going to now fire the laser up, and we will now export this file into the laser. Right, so this is our 6mm acrylic plastic. Now, I'm going to set it in here. Like so. And I'm going to zero to this top corner up here. I'll zoom you in to have a better look. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is zero the Z. So I'm just putting that on there. This is just a metal plate that's been very nicely coated. So put that on there. It's like a rubber solution coat, so it doesn't scratch any of the materials. And we're going to now bring the head over. Drop the Z down a bit. Okay, now we'll set the automatic Z height setter, or the datum. There you go, that's done. That can be taken away. So now I'm going to drive it over to this top corner and set that datum there for the... Every press of the button there, it just moves it a millimeter, which is fine. And I'm going to set the datum there. And that's done. Now I'm going to do a test to see whether, well, hopefully it's going to lie within this material. Test. So now we'll set the laser to start the job, and what I'll do is I'll video the whole process and fast forward it so you can see the whole operation sort of come to life and not get too bored. as you can see, they push out relatively easy, but some of them have just welded themselves back in slightly. There we go, and they're all out. And you see what I mean about leaving some material, a good stiff, should we say, webbing in between, because it stops the material from bowing and distorting, and therefore taking this out of focus. Okay, so I think you can see now that this is a professional machine, and it can turn out product very, very quickly. This machine is capable of turning out 2,000 of these a day, and from a home shop that could be a tidy profit. Even if you was selling these on for $1 each, that's $2,000 a day. The outlay of material, it's approximately $50 a square meter. This is 6mm acrylic, so $100 worth of material, and you can make yourself a very, very tidy profit. So I'm just showing you the basics of, you know, sort of turning out product for a profit. Simple key rings, very simple key rings. Doesn't have to be animals, it could be anything. Doesn't have to be key rings, it can be placemats. I'll just get an example of placemats. This is best seen on a black background. Have I got a black background? Okay, these are sometimes better seen on a black background, but there's a placemat or doily, whatever you want to call it. Here's a Tassie Devil again, a black background. So there are many, many different types of product. These are just simple ones. We will move into some of the complex products that you can manufacture on these machines in the videos to come, including 3D engraving and sign making. But to get you started with your new Pacific tooling machine, I want to show you simple products that you can start manufacturing on the first day of receiving your machine. There it is. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today, and I hope you pop into one of my two channels or stations, which is the Australian Inventors Laser Lab, which is this one, and the Australian Inventors Workshop, which that one concentrates more on CNC routers and wood lathes and shop jobs that I do around here. And there's now over 200 videos on that station, and there's approximately 20 on this one. So thank you for joining me. Press like, please subscribe to my channel, or one of my channels, and I'd like to see you again sometime fairly soon. So bye for now.